The project originated in response to a call from EPSRC that they were interested in setting up a number of school-university partnership initiatives across the UK, which would involve researchers within universities across all disciplines in universities supported by the research councils. They wanted those researchers to go out into the schools at large and really try and enthuse students about research itself, but also to show students the importance of research in a university context and indeed in a much broader economic and societal context.
I think it's really beneficial for both the teachers and the pupils in the schools. For a lot of people maybe that are, whenever they're in secondary school, they don't have an awareness of the research side of universities and they only know about the sort of teaching side of things. So I think it's really beneficial for the pupils to be able to come to Queen's to experience actually what academics do, and also for the teachers to build that sort of partnership with Queen's, and hopefully it will inspire the pupils as well and that they might want to come to Queen's in the future.
So basically we're introducing research, specifically aerospace research, to students from secondary schools. So we've brought them in today to show them the flight simulator, just to take them through the basics of flight, introduce them to how a plane is controlled and get them to simulate flight through what they've learned. It's great to have the practical aspect and that it's not work, it's more of an enjoyable activity, but they're also learning, so it's great to see it as well. So I can get really bogged down in my research and have to explain it to someone who has no idea, so someone completely outside the box. So it's quite similar now today, whenever we've learned so in depth about all the flight dynamics and how a plane flies, but in the most basic sense to help people understand who have maybe no knowledge at all. You really have to change it and simplify it, but make it accessible to them. So it really challenges our understanding as well and gets us to really think about the basics. Flight is simple once you know the four forces, so that's what we're teaching them currently.
This is my second time visiting Queen's. I was here last year in May. Twice I've been here and both times I've had an absolute ball. It's been brilliant over here.
Just into the lid, enough that it just reaches the top of the lid, so enough gel just to reach.
We had some teachers who on the day were as excited as the pupils were, which was lovely. You know, they were taking photos, they were asking, you know, could I take this whole idea and this concept and bring it into my lab, and you know, when I'm trying to teach them their lessons. So absolutely we had really positive interactions.
This school up here, I think there's a lot to be learned, you know, by young academics working with that age group. Certainly, you know, getting, you know, young lecturers involved in this kind of work will really help them from the teaching perspective.
Yeah, there we go. What did you get for
I think it was a good reminder personally of why I like science. So sometimes we get a bit bogged down, you're doing the same thing, or not the same thing every day, but you're doing tasks and it can become quite complicated, and whereas then you start to see children who are really interested in it when you start to explain it in a different format, and you're like, this is actually more interesting than what sometimes I give it credit for. So
our children now have a much clearer idea of two pathways leading to a career in pharmacy, which is one, and cancer research. It has opened up that whole pathway. They can see what's involved and what they need to focus on.
A couple of things. How could you improve this?
You're learning from experts, and I use that word, experts, people who are enthusiastic, totally committed to their work, who know what they're talking about, who can get that enthusiasm, deliver it, and get the children motivated with that. So there's so much benefit in that particular relationship.
That's great for school pupils because it opens up universities and offers a little window on the research work that we do, but it's also great for researchers because it pushes us out of our comfort zone, and it helps us to think about how we can engage in impactful ways with wider audiences beyond the academy, and that's why SUPI is great. It's one reason why SUPI is great.